Hello, everybody. Welcome to Late Night Football. Welcome to our match reaction show. It's finished. Manchester United won. Wolverhampton Wanderers nil. A controversial ending to what was ultimately a very, very frustrating game for both sides. And let's hit that head on. Was that a penalty from Antony right at the end? You bet it was. It was a penalty. There's no doubt about it that it should have been a penalty. I mean, again, it's one of those things where I think maybe the only justification I can come up with is that it might have been borderline one of those decisions where the referee doesn't give it, VAR doesn't overturn it. Now that could be the case, but otherwise I can't see any reason why that's not given. That doesn't mean that it was the right. By the way, I'm not. The justification is not that it's the right decision. I'm saying the justification for VAR, but that should have been a penalty. There's no doubt that should have been a penalty, and I'm just not. I'm just I think everybody will feel that United have got lucky with one day. The thing though with good luck decisions is that they come your way and then they also go and then you pay for it at some point down the road. So I think United have already used up one of those. So at some point down the road, I think they will pay for that. But nonetheless, I mean 1-0. I mean you gotta say it was an embarrassing performance if you're a United fan. It was embarrassing for Manchester United. Now I can say that I'm happy because for me, I feel like my prediction of 6 is going to come true. Not that I'm happy about it, but I feel like my prediction of 6 for Manchester United is going to come true. But if anybody had any doubt why I was saying 6-6, this game offers the reason why. When you look at the top 6 teams that have played this first game, now it's only the first game, things change. But if you look at all the top 6 teams, I'm not counting Spurs in that, but you count the top 6 teams that have played, which is Manchester City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Newcastle United, not top 6 in the sense of the finishing, but the top 6 teams, who I think will be the 6 teams that will finish top of the in the top 6. United will see the worst of them. This was I mean, there's nothing redeeming about that performance. I mean, even Chelsea, Liverpool, all the other teams, even those, of course, 3 of them won, 2 of them drew, and even in a draw, there were good moments. That I'm just struggling to think of what was good about the game. The goal was probably the only good thing, and even that comes from a bit of is a bit fortuitous in a way because Wolves kind of forget how to defend. But it was a good header from Varane. It has to be said. It was a good cross in. For once, they put in a good cross in Manchester United. And it was a very good header from Varane to get the goal, and that was brilliant. And you thought maybe that would push them on. They'll go forward. They'll kick on. They'll maybe get a second, maybe get a third. As Wolves try to push forward. But they never look like scoring again. They never look like scoring before the goal, and they never look like scoring after it. And that is a big problem for Manchester United. And it's a recurring theme from preseason. This was a problem in preseason as well. The goals were coming mostly from errors that the opposition team was making rather than any brilliant flowing Manchester United moves. Today they got lucky because they were being sloppy in defense and they were conceding goals. Wolves are a team that will not score a lot of goals. They don't score a lot of goals, so you can get away with errors like that. But believe you me, if they play like that, and all evidence points to the fact that they will play like this against Tottenham, against Arsenal, coming up, they're going to get hammered. Maybe not against Tottenham, but against Arsenal, they're probably going to get hammered in that game if they play like this. And a lot is needed. And you can go through a lot of different things that have happened in this game. But the fact is that this is a recurring theme from preseason, and this hasn't been fixed. And I don't see how it's going to be fixed because the 2 key issues remain. Number one, the lack of a striker. That is a big problem. Marcus Rashford does not work as a striker. He should have changed that at halftime. I think the 11 was fine because that's the best 11 that he can pick at the moment. There's nobody he can, there's nobody you could have made a case for to start ahead of this 11. So this 11 was fine. The problem was, number one, it was quite clear that Garnacho at left wing wasn't working out. So I would have brought on Sancho at halftime and put Rashford on the left wing because that might have been better. Though Semedo I thought was phenomenal, by the way, but he played a really good game. He had Garnacho on toast the whole game, but I think maybe putting Rashford there might have made a difference. The other change was probably the other issue is defense. The problem with the defense actually starts at midfield. Casemiro is starting to look his age. I'm a little bit worried about him this season. I can't lie. He's putting in some good passes. But his defensive awareness, he's lost a little bit of that awareness around him. He's a bit slow on the ball. He's a bit slow, and I'm worried about that. I am worried that he's starting to look his age, and that the problem that should have happened last season will now happen this season. But let's see. There's one game. Hopefully, he'll get back up to fitness quickly. But that was not a good performance. But the bigger problem is alongside him, he has Bruno and Mount, who are both very high work rate players, but they are not good defensively. They're not very aware defensively, and that means it puts even more pressure on Casemiro to be as good as he has to be, and he's struggling with that. So that is a big issue. Having Mount in midfield is a big issue, but he has nobody else to play there because I don't think Eriksen is the answer. Fred is gone. McTominay is not really the answer either. So it's a bit of a problem at the moment. And I don't know how you fix that, but like I said, that these are the reasons why I feel with all these holes that are in the squad, you can't expect United to finish to be in a title challenge no matter how much money you spend. And you can't expect Manchester United to just finish fourth just like that. They're not going to. I feel like they're going to struggle to finish fourth based on this one performance. Now, it's just one performance, and again, it's not just one performance, by the way. This is a recurring theme from preseason. So lots of issues to work on. That being said, I thought Wolves were fantastic. A lot of people thought they were just going to come and get rolled over, but that didn't happen. They were actually then toe-to-toe with Manchester United. Maybe caught out United as well tactically, because maybe Ten Hag was not expecting Wolves to come at them the way that they did, but they went after them, gave a good go of it. Should have probably scored, and this is a problem for Wolves. The reason why Wolves are very, why Wolves should not be in a relegation battle is because they're such a good team. They work so well, they gel so well together. Yet the reason why they will be in a relegation battle is because there's nobody who can finish off the chances that they create. So many openings, so many chances. Should have taken one of them. I mean, Wang Yi-chan could have taken one of them. They had I don't know who's calling me. Wang Yi-chan could have scored. Fabio Silva could have scored. Matheus Cunha could have scored. So many chances. Pablo Sarabia had a chance, but just kept missing them and kept making that decision. So that's something they will need to work on. Hopefully they can, and they can avoid getting into that relegation dogfight, but we'll see how the season progresses. For me, man of the match, you could make a case for Nelson Semedo, but I think for me, I'll give it to Matheus Cunha, because I thought he was fantastic in the game. He just ran that midfield, and in a way, he showed Manchester United what is missing. Matheus Cunha played the way I think a lot of Manchester United fans and probably players might have thought Mason Mount was going to play. A lot of the media, and maybe not the players, but the media. I mean, the media and Manchester United fans, a lot of them would have seen Matheus Cunha play, and they might have wondered, well, that's what we thought we were getting with Mason Mount, but that's not what we're getting with Mason Mount. Matheus Cunha was everywhere. He's phenomenal, fantastic, man of the match for me. From United's point of view, I mean, there's so many bad performances. I mean, Rashford was poor, but again, he was played out of position, so you can't really blame him much. Garnacho was bad. Semedo had him on ice, really. Nothing for that was there on for him, not his day. Antony was poor. And I feel with Antony, I feel United are carrying too many passengers in that forward line. You can't have Rashford, Garnacho, and Antony, and all three of them having an off day. That's just not going to work. And I feel like they need to make some change there. I think Antony is okay in a side that scores a lot of goals, because his work rate makes up for his lack of end product. But when you have a team collectively struggling for end product, I think Antony just looks worse. So I mean, that's a big problem. I thought Lisandro Martinez was off pace. As I said, Casemiro was off the pace for sure. Varane, of course, got the goal, but he looked okay. I thought I don't think anybody had a good game really. The Onana, I think the only maybe Onana and Varane had good games, you could say, could come out of that saying good games. But Onana, of course, almost gave a penalty at the end, and then we said that he had a shocker as well, but at least he got away with that one. And then Mason Mount, for me, I mean, again, it's continued from preseason. He just looks out of place in this team. He just doesn't look like he knows what he's doing. He has no place in this team. In this first 11, he has no place, because he can't do, for whatever reason, the only attribute he has is that he can run. Not with the ball, he can run. That's all that's his only attribute, is he can run, and he can do a little bit running around. He's basically an upgraded Fred at this point, and I just don't see his value. But anyway, let's see. It's early days. I don't want to go in on him. I keep going in on him every time I watch him play, because he's someone who infuriates me, because it infuriates me that the United spend so much money on him, and that the problem of spending so much money on him is that it means that he will start a lot of games, and he shouldn't be. But yeah, I mean, it's causing an imbalance. Hopefully that will be fixed. Anyway, share your thoughts, of course, on the game. 1-0. Win is a win. I mean, in some ways, I could say that a win is a win. 3 points. We should enjoy it. But I mean, I really can't. I can't enjoy the performance. It was not very good. Not very good. Anyway, but share your thoughts. Maybe you disagree with me. Maybe you found some more positives than I did. So do share your thoughts on that. Smash like if you enjoyed this video, of course, and do subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're not very far from 380 subscribers, so please help us get on YouTube. So please help us get there. We appreciate your support, of course. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again soon. Bye bye.